Hi gorgeous ones, my name's Lynda Gaiao, and this week we're going to be taking a look at trait 52, which is stillness. This particular trait is in the drive and stamina, or the root center in human design, and what this particular function or center does is it provides fuel or the drive to move forward in life. And if we're constantly moving forward without taking a pause or having the stillness, we can just be moving forward for the sake of moving forward. And what the 52 does, the stillness, is gives us an opportunity to pause first to see what's really worth focusing on, what's really worth putting our energy into before we do move forward. This particular trait is in the logical circuitry, and it is a format gate. It's part of the format channel. And when we have a format energy in design, what happens is it kind of creates like an imprint for all of the circuitry that it's part of. And because it's logical circuitry, it's almost like stamping the background energy or the background frequency on how this particular logical circuitry functions. And the foundation for this is this ability to have stillness, this ability to have focus. Now, if you think about yourself in your day-to-day life, when you have something really logical that you need to work on, if you have a lot of distractions and a lot of noise and a lot of craziness and busyness in your environment, it can be quite challenging to bring the focus that's necessary to work through, to test, to validate, to experiment on something, to get to a point where you can say logically this pattern has validity, this way of doing things has some validity for moving forward successfully into the future. And so what this trait is going to bring for all of us this week, whether we have it in our design or not, is this opportunity to press the pause button, to have this stillness where we have this opportunity to stop from the busyness, to check in, what are we interested in, what really pulls us towards, where do we want to focus our energy moving forward. And then once we know what that focus is, we can go out the starting gates and we can move forward in whatever direction that may be. But there's this real power, there's this real importance around taking time for this stillness, taking time for this pause, because without it, you don't really know what to focus on, and you can kind of be bouncing around and be really distracted. Now, when we think about this in a business context, businesses can be crazy busy. There can be so much going on. And if you're a leader of a team, or if you're a solopreneur, you'll understand what it may feel like to wear many hats and to have a lot of things on your plate. And what I would suggest for you this week is to take the opportunity of the background frequency that's around and press the pause button. Reconsolidate, check in. Where is the best place for you to be focusing your attention and your energy on? Because in order to be successful in this material world, on this physical plane, we need focus. We need to be able to focus and direct our energy in specific ways. Otherwise, we just get distracted and the success doesn't come because our energy is stretched so thin all over the place, and we don't get that opportunity to really harness what we're here to do by focusing on the things that are correct for us. One of the other things that I'd like to mention about this particular trait is when we are thinking about all of the types in design, there is some element of waiting for all types. And this particular trait is kind of like that starting or that background frequency energy of this waiting, this ability to take a pause before stepping into something. And when you have a look at the decision-making strategy of all the types, if we don't pause, if we get so caught up in the busyness and the go, do energy that is around, because we have 70% of the planet are builders or generators, they kind of generate this really busy frequency. And the opportunity to press the pause button, to have that stillness, what that's going to do for you is it's going to help you to really align with what's correct for you, what resonates for you, what is for you on your journey forward. And that's going to just really help you to pour your energy into things that are going to really bring you more satisfaction and success and peace and delight and surprise and awe and wonder in your journey along your path. Now, when we're talking about builders specifically, or generators in the human design system, because they've got this real busyness in them, and depending obviously on many different factors in their design, it actually can be quite challenging for them to stop the busyness and take a pause. So if you're managing a team of people that are predominantly made up of builders or generators in the human design system, this week is a great opportunity for you to really set some practices in place that help the builders in your team to press the pause button, to reconsolidate, and to start focusing on things that are more in alignment with their design and with the team's design. And that's what that's going to do for you, is it's going to set your team on the road to success, aligning to things that are correct, that are healthy, and ultimately bringing that success for your entire team. Now, what I'd encourage you to focus on this week is looking at, where is this busyness in your life? How much are you distracted? Are you able to take a pause? Can you just sit in that pause, in that stillness, not needing to do anything, and seeing what arises from the stillness, noticing how powerful that pause can be and how it helps to focus your energy towards something that's a lot more aligned and correct for you. This week, you may also have some potential for melancholy or depression that could arise, where you take a pause and you have the stillness, but you're not really sure what to focus on, because without that thing of interest, that thing of focus for us, we can kind of be like, well, what am I supposed to do now? So just noticing and seeing how all of these elements show up. And maybe you might even notice in your business communications or in your general conversations with people around you how everyone is taking a pause. So for example, if you're chasing after, you're following up on some things that you've connected with your clients, this week they may just actually say, look, can I get back to you in a week's time? And learn, and seeing that this is not a personal reflection on whatever you've delivered or said to them up until now. It's just that everybody needs to take a pause, and the background frequency is about taking a pause and taking the stillness. So you may find over the next week or so that things may take a little bit longer to move forward than what you're accustomed to or used to, and just go with it and see what new opportunities and what other potential possibilities show up when we actually are able to take this pause and really know, okay, well, wow, I was so busy that I didn't take the pause, and I could have potentially gone off on a tangent, being really distracted by something that's not for me, and this is going to give me that opportunity to focus on what is. I hope you have an awesome week, taking a pause and being in the stillness. And if there's anything that comes up for you, or if you notice any of this background frequency happening in your personal life, in your team environment, please share that in the comments. If you've got any questions about this particular trait, please let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Each week I record a video around the background frequency energy that's around at the time. And when you subscribe, you'll always be notified of what's coming up. And the great thing about this is when we are aware of what's happening in the frequency, we don't need to turn things inward and take them personally. Instead, what we can do is we can just see how these dynamics are showing up and go, okay, well, that's why that interaction happened like that. That's why this occurred in this way. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening, and I will see you next time. I hope you have an awesome week. Bye for now.